Today's youth need teachers, volunteers, and most of all, well, they need you. I'm Doug Edwards, and I'm going to be talking with real youth mentors and students to give you the knowledge you need to be the best youth worker possible. This is Youth Worker on Fire.
Oh, you're trying to bring me down and run me out of town. You're taking what you want, but you can't take my rhythm now. I'm walking to my own beat, just gonna be me. I'm not replicating nobody. You wanna be like me?
Well, it's not exactly what you are thinking, probably with the title, but when Jesus showed up, the timing seemed off. It was a harsh and cruel time. No one was really looking for him. They were wishing, but not looking. I mean, he was from the Jewish people, and they were looking for a Messiah. They were hoping for someone to get them out of trouble, but not believing it could happen that day. The process had started, but not the release from another regime, because the other regime had taken over. Joseph was not expecting it. He just wanted to marry Mary, a normal Jewish girl. Mary was not expecting it, but then this angel Gabriel shows up unannounced and nearly scares her to death. Then there was Elisabeth, pregnant with John the Baptist, Jesus' cousin. She and her husband are way too old for this. This whole story is impossible, and it's just going to take too long. The parents are not impressive. They are just plain folks. What's wrong with this picture? It's the kind of picture that God loves to paint. Unpredictable, a great surprise. Impossible, and yet it's happening right before their eyes. Christmas miracles are happening every day in some way all over the world, but we don't even notice them till later because they always come unexpectedly, at the wrong time, in the wrong way, and God always uses the wrong people by our standards. Fortunately, God performs miracles by His standards. He loves to love impossible in impossible ways. He loves to love in impossible ways. He is the ultimate Mission Impossible operative. He is our God, and He only gives good gifts. Christmas in Florida has been my best Christmases ever. Why? Because they have been a God plan in my life before I was born. He plans all good things and gifts in advance for me as He does for you. His Christmas gift for me here was a lifelong ministry that I did not see coming. Florida, as a place to live, was a place I never would have chosen. But this was the place I was meant to live. He gave me the love of my life here at a time that was difficult and tough, but He loves to bring gifts in the toughest of times. I celebrated Christmas every year with my children as I watched them grow before my eyes. We had Christmas miracles every year, many we didn't even recognize, but God will remind us as time goes on of His gifts in impossible times and situations. We now celebrate Christmas with grandchildren and our children's families. We have been overwhelmed and surprised by each grandbaby that has come into our lives and possibly more to come. In student ministry and family, God gave us unexpected Christmas gifts all year long. Each time, each child, each pet, each friend, and each salvation from our children to family members, friends, and students, never when we expected it. Usually in unforeseen moments and unforeseen circumstances. God loves His Son's story. He loves that story. His unexpected to humankind, predicted but not possible Christmas birthday story. He is the God of holy surprises. More coming to you this Christmas. Keep looking for those guide sightings as Christmas approaches. Keep looking up. You never know when a host of angels are going to start singing like a choir in the sky. You know, it happened once before. Who knows if it's not going to happen again? For someone, in some way, for some reason, at this Christmas season. Merry Christmas.
You've been listening to the Youth Worker on Fire podcast. If you like what you hear, please subscribe and tell your friends. Also, leave a comment and tell us what you think. Stay tuned for more informative episodes.